All right, welcome back. So, in the last part, we we nailed down all of the hard parts and mechanical features basically of our design, right? So in our assembly file, the you can see that the ultrasonic is nailed down its position so that it can see when you put your hand through to the entrance. The wires are going to be routed through the back through this slot into the Arduino. So when you put your hand through, the ultrasonic sensor is going to see the ultrasonic sensor is going to see that your hand is approaching. It's going to talk to the Arduino, and the Arduino is going to tell the servo motor to release the trap door when it gets too close, and this is going to close. So we've nailed down all of the difficult parts of our design. So now is sort of the fun part. Originally, I was like, oh, maybe the cave design will be, something like this. Looks kind of boring though. Um, and I wanted to go more of like a Indiana Jones type theme. And I found this cool like cave entrance that's kind of like, I don't know, like a lion's mouth or something like that. And I thought maybe we could like have lights behind, or it could have eyes, and the eyes would have some lights. So now we're gonna design those in. I think that'll be pretty cool and make this like whole project come together a bit. So I'm gonna keep this up as reference just on my other screen here. Um, and we're gonna start making this thing, having this thing actually look kind of nice. So let's go back to our master now. Open just this as a part. And let's make sure all our parts are labeled properly. So let's see, we got the front panel, we got the ground, we got the right side. So this one wasn't labeled, so let's just left click this one. We'll just call it like table mount. I don't know, something like that. And then we have the left side also. And this corner is jumping out a bit too much here. So let me show you the proper way and then a cheat way. And I kind of use both. So if you left click something in 3D space, it'll tell you how it was made. So let's remind ourselves. So okay, so it looks like we made this one first, which is like fully defined with like um dimensions or whatever, and then we just mirrored this one to the other side. So in a scenario where basically I want this face to be pushed back and touch this face. Like I don't want it to be jutting out as much as the one on the other side. So there's a couple ways you could do that. You could create a sketch on here. You could convert entities this line and make a rectangle and just cut out only this portion, and then you extrude cut and take away that material. Or you could do the stupid way that I do, and is quick and dirty and works most of the time. So what I'll do is I'll press. I'm not sure if this is a key binding, so I'll just show you how to do it. You can go to evaluate and measure, or press M is my shortcut. So now if you click the front face, and then you click the front face of this sidewall, and then click the front face of our cave entrance, it'll tell you the normal distance. So this blue line is the normal distance between the two. So also, if you hover over the dimension, it'll all highlight blue, and you can just left click it once, and it'll copy it. All right, so 76.2 is how much that face needs to move back. So if you go to, where is it? Oh, direct editing. There's this cool feature called move face, and you could just put like push and pull faces as much as you want. If you click the front face, you hover over all this, you just control V, our 76.2. Press enter. It's telling us that this wants to go out. We want to flip the direction the other way. And boom. Now it pushes back and it's perfect. Exactly how we want, right? So the first thing we want to do is basically add some like teeth for the cave entrance, right? So let's do that. This part is pretty simple, you're just gonna trace your teeth. So let's look at our image again. So there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could also freehand this. You don't have to do this in CAD, but I don't know. Let's say you're not artistic, you want to make it look perfect in the program, and then we're gonna print out on a sheet of paper of all our designs, and then you could like put that on cardboard and cut it out. But let's say you don't want to freehand it. You just do it roughly how I'm going to do it right now. So if this is our cave entrance, maybe, so let's see what I did here. I made a sketch on our front cave entrance on this face. Let me make a line that's at the top of this circle. And we'll just run here. This is construction geometry. And I like using splines. This is probably a good area to use splines. Splines are just like curves with like a bunch of different points. So you can like make it as curvy or as crazy as a shape as you want it to be. So let's start like that. And you're basically just going to like carve out the shape of your teeth, right? And then connect these two. Maybe this second one's a little shorter. And then you create another spline. You can make this look however you want. But what I'm going to show you next is how we save time. All right. Maybe I want all of these. So if I click in space and then drag over all our stuff, you could just like, oh, whoops. That didn't behave how I thought it would. So let's do move entities. And then you drag over all your stuff. And then you go down, you left click in this portion at the bottom. We could slide all this over a little bit. So it's like there. And then you just press escape to cancel out. Nope, I want that to be on top. Let's do 2 more. Have fun with it. Make it whatever shape you want, really. All right, so I'm going to do move entities one more time. I'm going to left click all of these. I'll do move entities. And then from 2, I'll select this point because now I'm moving it about this point and I want that to be on the center. We'll do something like that. And then once you're good, you just press escape. Maybe I move this over a little bit more. Okay, so now let's save some time. We'll use mirror. So select everything, mirror about our center line. Boom. Maybe this one shouldn't come as far down. Something like there. And then what else? We could do it for the bottom too if we wanted. So let's make another line. Where did our line go? Oh, it's up here. So let's see. Let's just not nail down the position of this horizontal line. It'll just be like our mirror axis. Select all this guy, all these guys up here. Mirror, mirror about. Click this line. Press OK. Okay, so now if we drag this line up, yeah, those should move accordingly also. That doesn't look that great. Maybe we'll make our own separate teeth for the bottom. Yeah, all right. We'll speed through this just for the sake of this tutorial. All right, let's try this again. We'll sketch on here, sketch on the front plane, and just make a center line, just in case we want to mirror one set of teeth to the other side, so we only have to do 2 sides. And oh, you know what we should do? We should make another circle that they all kind of like attach to. So let's see. Uh, I'm just using the spline tool. You just like click and create points. That. Then you press escape to cancel out of the shape you're making. This, you click, and we'll end it a little bit before because all of our teeth are going to connect on this guy. We'll go like this. I don't like how that one looks. Boom. This will come up a little bit. How about we do one more? Just like a sharp one. And here's what we're going to do to save some time. We'll press mirror entities. Click this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Mirror about this guy. Boom. Now if you press T or trim entities, you have one set of teeth for the top here. And let's see how that looks if we mirror to the bottom. We may have to make a whole separate set. So I'm just making a horizontal line that we're going to mirror about. Mirror entities, highlight over all of them, mirror about, click that. Let's just don't lock down the position of the horizontal line because we may want to move it, but just make a horizontal line, make it construction geometry, highlight all these guys, then press mirror entities, then click mirror about, then click this. And let's just drag this horizontal line up. All right, so we may have to create our own teeth just for the bottom because it doesn't look too nice, which is fine. Delete that. We'll delete our center line also. All right, let's just mock this up real quick. Just using the spline tool again. Have them connect on this bottom line. And then leave a little gap again. Come back up. Whoops. Come back up here. This will come back down. Just adjust the position here. Oh, we make another line just to mirror about so we know what the middle is. Make that construction geometry. We'll go back to spline. All right, so now if we select all of these, we want to just slide this over a little bit, and then you press move entities. And then in this dialog box, make sure from to is selected. Select this bottom point and just slide it over until it touches the midpoint or the middle line. And then it still wants to go, you just press escape. Now it's in a new position. We highlight all these guys, mirror entities, mirror about, and you click one of these middle lines, and it'll mirror across. It looks a little weird. Maybe you can modify this however you want, really, but all right, that doesn't look that bad. Now we'll press exit sketch, and then if we press extrude, we know the thickness of our cardboard is 2.8 millimeters. Okay, so this is a good lesson here too. So in our sketch, we made two separate closed bodies, or we made two separate groups of closed lines. So there's two separate shapes, and the software doesn't know what you want to extrude. Okay, so if we press extrude here, okay, so what should happen is you should see a little bit of yellow and it should show you like the preview of what you want your sketch to look like. But that's not happening here, so that's telling me we messed something up in our sketch. So if we go back and we open up the sketch again, what we forgot was we forgot to connect the bottom here with the bottom line. Okay, so now we have everything connected. We press exit sketch, and then we try and we press sketch and then extrude. Now we're good. So now we know that the thickness of our cardboard is 2.8 millimeters. So we'll do 2.8 blind. And then we don't want to merge this. We want this to be a separate part. So we're going to unclick merge result and then press check. That looks pretty cool. And then we're going to make a little top portion for like the eyes and stuff. We'll do sketch. So we'll pick convert entities and we'll click this top arc. And then what we're going to do is we'll make another center line again. Trying to match this image, right? All right, so now that we have the teeth, we're going to create like the upper lip and the eyes. So let's make another center line just so we don't have to repeat work, and we'll make that construction geometry. We'll grab our spline tool and we'll just start tracing out our image, something like that. And then the eyes, something like that. Maybe this is a little smaller. Right? And then we have two like curves on top of each other. So if you have something like this going on, you're just gonna have to like trim this. So use the trim tool. Yeah, that's fine. And then let's mirror this guy. So take this and this, mirror about this. And we'll convert entities and take this top curve. So now we have a complete shape. And then we'll extrude this. 0.8. We don't want to merge that. And then when you're working with cardboard, it's kind of cool since it's kind of like a basic 2D shape to like layer things on top of each other to make it looks like they like actually have some depth to them. So we'll make a new sketch on here, and we're just gonna pull out the lips a little bit so it looks a little more alive. So we'll press convert entities, and if you just select the front face, it'll take all of the curves, right? So then we have all the curves here. Let's make a new center line on this shape. Just make that like this. Construction geometry. These top eye portions, let's just press the trim tool and click them away. And then we'll just finish these curves with 2 more splines. Actually, what you can do is if you click this curve and then you hold control and click the other curve, you could just make them tangent to each other so they look nice. And then you have to like fix the points a little bit. But it makes it look like it's one curve. And then we just want to mirror this to the other side. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we'll extrude this as a separate piece. Something like this is sort of like what I'm trying to make, but like a 2D version. See if it looks cool. That looks kind of cool. Looks a little more gorilla than dragon. Maybe these teeth have to come out more, so let's change that a little bit. Here's a good reference too. This is kind of like Aladdin type cave entrance. Okay, so if we just drag, what happens if we just drag this out a little bit? Bring this tooth out. They're always going to be modifying things in CAD, and that's the nice part. Like everything saves really well, and if you build it in a smart way, everything's easy to change, right? Maybe I'll get rid of this. Change this a little bit. Trim this. And then mirror again. I'm just messing with this shape until I get, something like this. Or something like this. Okay. Whoops. What happened? Oh, we got this extra edge. Trim that guy. Okay, what happened? What happened? Alright, something's wrong with our sketch here. Because we changed the shape now, it's all messed up. We'll just delete this feature and redo it again quick. It's alright. Probably be faster that way. Make a new sketch on here. Convert entities again. Make a center line in the middle. You could just trim that. Construction geometry. Boom. Boom. Make these two tangent to each other. And fix this a little bit. Mirror. And then get rid of these two extra lines. This is just cosmetics. You guys could just take my parts if you want, but make it look however you want, Get creative. Okay. I want this to connect like a little bit smoother, so I'm gonna put a round or fill it in these edges. Looks pretty good. I think this guy needs a nose too. Maybe that's why it looks so weird. I don't know. There's a reason I'm an engineer, not an artist. So let's make a sketch. And then on the frontmost piece here. Basically adding a little nose. Trying to make like this. A little triangle piece. Let's mirror this. Across the middle. And then like that. I'll extrude that. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty good. For us beginners, that's not bad. And then you know what would be cool? If when the trap door closes, we add some lights in these eyes and they glow. This is a cool beginner project, man. I think I want to change the nose a little. Maybe the nose comes up a little more. Maybe the nose comes down. Oh. Maybe the nose is a bit more curved and we mirror this to the other side. I think instead of circles also, this looks kind of stupid. I think they need to be like crescent shaped. Sort of like that. I'm just using 3-point arc again. You can use tangent if you want. Yeah, it looks way better. It looks stupid before. That looks pretty cool. For a crappy little cardboard cutout, this isn't too bad. Alright, that's good. Go back to our assembly. And let's just label everything. Let's see, top teeth, we'll call this bottom teeth. Can't type. Call this upper lip, I don't know. Nose. Call this the eyes. And we'll save that. All right, I think that looks pretty good. So once you're happy with your design, basically all I did was I used some reference images and started layering different pieces of cardboard on top of each other to get the look that I wanted. And I went back and forth, tweaking everything that I would have liked. So first you just have the teeth, right? And then we added an upper lip portion that's going to go in front of the teeth. And then the eyes go behind the upper lip portion and add eyes on top of it using some of the same geometry. I added a nose that's going to go on top of the upper lip portion. And then I added these little eyelids, and we're going to hot glue LEDs on the back so they can interact with when the door is closing. They'll turn on or flash on and off, whatever we want. That's the gist. You guys can design yours however you would like, or you can copy or take my files and print them out and go. But I think we're pretty much set here. And let's go back to our assembly file. Make sure everything is good. So this comes down. The trapdoor is not going to collide with anything in the front here. And that's pretty good. I think we're basically done. I think we need to do a couple more final touches, and then we'll be ready to print out these on sheets, get it on cardboard, and start making our design. See you in the next video.